News Talk 820, 93.3 FM, WBAP. I'm your host, Matt Locke. We're going to go to the phones. I want to welcome to the program. He is the president of Cotton Wealth Management, Steve Cotton. Hey, Steve, we've got a big problem in education, and in particular, student loan debt. What do we do?
Hi, Matt. Thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure. This is a problem that's really mushroomed over the last 20 years. It's just exploded. We now have about $1.86 trillion worth of student debt out there, about 43 million students and graduated students, and we're now seeing default rates of about 9.5 million students that are 9 months or more behind on their student loans. So it's a problem that's exploded. The last administration, the Biden administration, floated efforts to literally forgive a lot of this loan debt at the taxpayer expense. Congress really wasn't too happy about that, but it's a big and growing problem indeed.
Well, what brought this on, Steve? I mean, why are we looking at this mushrooming problem? What happened that made it so horrible?
Well, it's a great question. It's a combination of factors. Let's start with issue number one is we've had an ethic in this country and a public policy reflecting that ethic that everybody should be able to go to college that wants to in the furtherance of their quest for freedom and financial success. That's a noble goal, and I embrace that, but it led to financial student loan policies that have been incredibly generous. The interest rates are very low, and on top of that, we've had very abysmally poor financial education of students at the high school level and the college level. So we've graduated students that did not understand the impact of taking on large debt. Many colleges have gotten overly expensive. Seems to be no restraint on cost for many colleges. And it's been a combination of problems, but I think what's been really damaging is students taking on huge debt to get degrees that did not translate into viable work in their desired field. And so you'll have somebody with a bachelor's or even a master's degree, doing groceries at the grocery store or serving as a waiter in a restaurant, not working in their chosen field. And that's where there's been a lot of disappointment on the public's part.
Well, and you're not wrong there. I saw an article, oh my gosh, maybe a month ago about the percentage of college graduates that are actually pursuing employment in the field they graduated in. And I want to say it wasn't higher than 20%. I mean, that's a problem, right?
Well, I think it's a big problem because it leads to student disillusionment. And when you've taken on these big, huge student debts, it's hard for you to start saving for a home. It's hard for you to start building up any kind of investments, building the tenets for financial success. But there are a lot of people that are at fault for this. I had a client in my office, a client's daughter in my office just last week, who has a fairly high degree of student debt, and she literally was complaining to me that she was expected to pay this debt back. That reflects a warped sense of obligation, I think, and that's also a danger signal for us as a society.
Well, we're seeing more and more of that. It's funny you say that because I had heard that too. My 24-year-old son just moved in with me from Indiana, trying to get him back up and started, so I get that age. And I'm seeing this too where these kids are like, I'm not responsible for what you saddled me with. It is your fault the economy is so bad for me.
Well, I don't think that's fair. There are a lot of parents that have helped their kids afford a college education. My father helped me go through school, but I also worked as a student. A lot of students work as a student also while they're studying. But I really think it's a combination of factors. I think public education or the university environment has been very lax at offering courses that were tagged to real life, the real economy, A lot of colleges have done a terrible job of equipping students for the real working world. And in fact, a lot of graduates graduate from college and go to work for a company, and then the company literally has to train them in basic reading and writing once they're even employed. And that's a reflection, I think, of failure of our educational establishment to do what it really needs to do, and that is equip a student for life in the modern economy.
Well, do you think that President Trump is trying to offset this with these Trump accounts? We're talking about these accounts for children. You start them early. The money grows and compounds over time so that they will be prepared for that moment and understand money before they actually have to spend it.
I think the Trump accounts are a magnificent idea. It will give so many kids, especially from lower income and middle income homes, a start. They have to invest that money over 18 years. When they do get to age 18, they can use the money for college or a vocational training degree. They can use it for all kinds of things. But I think it's a good news, bad news story. The good news is, congratulations, you're going to have a pot of money when you're 18 years old. The bad news is you may not be any better equipped or trained to know how to handle that money than you are today. And we've got to get better as a society at instilling financial education in our high schools and in our college graduates. We should never have somebody graduate from any college in the country not understanding the danger of credit card debt or how to buy a home or how to buy a car. And 80% of the students that we graduate, even from college, don't know those basic financial things. We are failing our students, and that's on us as a country. That's not on the student.
Boy, you're not wrong there. I just talked about it in the segment before, and I certainly appreciate it. Steve, we're out of time. How can folks find you?
We're here in Dallas. CottonWMA.com is my website. We're a full-fledged financial planning and wealth management firm. We serve lots of families and churches and institutions. We just like helping people.
Well, I appreciate it, Steve Cotton. Go check it out. Go see all the places he just told you. Thank you so much.